Good morning. Okay. I don't like this music I chose. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Let's do this one. Keep it tasty. I was gonna try a different music, but it was like way too, like, fall asleepy. I don't want to be fall asleepy right now. That's a, that's our background one. That's our second backer. Let me grab my tea. Are you guys hugging each other right now? Farmers? Yo, farmers out there. Give a hug, get a hug. Good morning, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out. Let me give a quick shout out. Let me see. Let me just. Okay, well, liquid farmers, submerged fermentation farmers of America. There was a few of you that actually wrote in and said, hey, I'm one of them. A couple more people joined later on, and unfortunately, I didn't write down their name, everybody. If I'd have kept Niffer involved, everybody would know everything. I'm a little slippy. Shout out to fellow farmers. These are the people that have been going along with the, hey, let's do, and I know there's more of you. And in the 22,000 out there, I know there's more. But these are the ones that we originally got some notes from and said, hey, I'm in, and actually helped us get the motor running. You can't do any of this. I didn't want to do this alone. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't want to just, I've done this. I've done this before, and it's phenomenal. And I thought it would be just a fantastic class project. So, Deborah Pearl, thank you. Clean Grow, Exception to the Rule and Great Unknown. Michael Allen, Laura Devine, Catzilla, The Waz, Zoo City Michael, Happy Dirt Dude, Ego for Ecology, Vegas Mandy, Melissa G, Mr. Marmars, Anthony Hunt, Mark Zamaron. I feel like I'm reading off a graduation list here. Okay, are you guys walking across the stage? Mark Zamaron, Nerd Nature, Summer Wheat, Matt, Free the Ancient Ones. I'm gonna tell on somebody here. You got your pony hat, nerd? I'm gonna tell on somebody. You ready? Is Summer Wheat here? Jackie, good job. Jackie Meow Kitty. This we can do anytime. We're doing it kind of as a little group, and there are more people, and if they've written to me and said something and I've forgotten them, I'm really, really sorry. I apologize. But this was that, a Listy McWisty from Begino. Okay? Why do I have to Begino and Isty everything? I don't know. Kim, there's really no late, though. Look how fast your stuff is growing, right? Look at this one. I'll give you an example. Late. Wait a minute. Where's Mr. Not as late as you think? Where is he? Oh. We feel like, oh, this one was started. This coming Monday will be 2 weeks. 2 weeks on this coming Monday. It does not take long to get soupy McWhoopy. Okay? Does not take long. That was just I wanted to get a few backup ones so I could get more soup to work with. Okay. Chip, you could. It's practically shaving cream, right? I call it chicken soup. Is what it looks like. Actually, it looks more like, you know what it looks like? Egg drop soup. Is summer wheat here? Is summer wheat here? It's nice to see Zoo City, Michael. No soup for you, Herb. No LC Nazi for you. Okay. Gaslight is literally my favorite too. I add an extra egg. And we make our own here. Actually, I use a mix. Nor brand. Okay, I can't tell on Summer until she's here. All right? Whiskey, it's one of the best. You would be a good soup Nazi. You. No, you wouldn't. You're so sweet. You. No. Okay, let me know when Summer Wheat's here so we can make fun of her. When I make fun of someone, like, and I actually say, I'm making fun of you, I'm not making fun of you. I'm telling you how much I love you. Okay? That's what I'm really doing. It's pop talk. It's called pop talk. Right? I do it to Mushmouth all the time. I make fun of Mushmouth every chance I get. Throw in a Hags or two, that's all I need. This new background music has been growing on me. It's not that bad. What do you think? It's not that bad. Let's, we have a lot to do here. We're gonna go until about 10 o'clock. And then we're gonna do some farming. Ready? Hold on. We'll got a little setup. We're gonna do a little farming action. Okay? We'll do it right here. Okay, Green Table Gardens. There he is. GTG, they call him. Back in the day, they used to call him GTG. Now it's just Greenie. Just Greenie. Hey, Greens. What am I doing? I'm looking for something here. Here it is. You ready for this? We're still kind of on the hippo thing. I know, Greens, like this. We're still on the hippo thing. You ready? Can I show you guys another thing of who sent it to me? I forget. Give me 5 people that say, show us another hippo video. Scary ass hippo. Okay? We're doing that gas leak. We're doing that submerged fermentation. Anybody want to hear it? See another hippo situation? Where did Saturn? Where'd you come up? Is that a hippo on your do you have a hippo icon? I mean emoji. Is there such a thing as a hippo emoji? 67 people here, and only 35. I'm going to shout out UJ Rection. And I think that you think it's funny. And I didn't say huge. I said UJ. You didn't get me, and it's kind of silly. It's silly. UJ, I didn't say huge. Get out of here. Okay, here we go. Hippos. Okay. Oh, that's it, buddy. You're out of the game. Paddle home. I might have put a hole in your boat. One more time. You look at the. How did this guy not get his whole body chopped up by the propeller? Justin, help me understand. What the? This guy's taking you out. 200 people a year die from these guys. Oh, you think he got some dingy McSlingy there, nerdy? How crazy is that? Things that make your eyes pop out. Hey, Jeff, Captain Jeff, I know you watch Cap. Let's not go near hippos. I have a little brave streak in me. I know I do. Vague. That's a whole nother meaning to thick skin. Mike, you heard it. He literally broke it. And I agree with Justin. I'm looking for a trail of blood. He might have got a dentist appointment coming up. I'm not sure. Potential dentist appointment. How do you like this? How do you like having to, they're paddling back. Tourists. Oh, we're out there with the camera up your butt. Yeah, you want to put a camera near me, pal? Paddle home. That's if I don't put a hole in your boat. One's paddling, one's bailing. Hippo. Whoa. Jesus Christ. They don't have spare motors. Okay? B-ball, bro. We're going to be doing this again. I'm not calling out anyone else's name because you guys are playing unfair. Like I have too much concentrationals going on. Okay, watch this. I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you first. Okay? I'm going to show you something. You ready? And I want you guys to guess whose fermentation this is. Wasn't that a great video, Mark? Mike, I forget who sent it to me, and I apologize. Whoever sent it to me, tell us. Tell us here. I forget who it is. A great video, though. Send them. I love hippos attacking. That's my new thing. That? Penny sent it. Thank you, Penny. It doesn't make sense. And stop everything. Think about it. Penny the pulverizer. She probably... Penny, how many more of these pulverizing type videos do you have? Pen, talk to me. It's therapeutic. It's good to get them out. Pen, are you serious? She has a library of pulverizers. See, stuff starts to make sense. Things connect more when you microdose. You start going, aha. Aha. It's connecting. Yeah, Penny the Pulverizer sends pulverizing hippo videos. Duh. Okay, next. Did I tell you guys I tease the people I love? Because that's my pop language. Didn't I say that? And you know what's really cool? Wait for it. You 40-year-old guys, closing in on 50 maybe. 30, don't even think about it. You have too long to even worry. This is a true story. Once you hit the magic 62, 63, you're heading to 65. Slip, you're in 66. It's a true story. Let me tell you something. You can say a few more things than other guys can't. I'll give you an example. I'm at the grocery store. I'm doing the checkout lane. The guy in front of me says, "Thank you, ma'am." Pop says, "Thank you, doll." Doll. I get away with it. Okay? There's some place where right around dame and doll, you're still okay. Or they get it. If like somebody a little bit younger, that's it. Call security. He called me a doll. Cancel. Yeah, hun, I don't know. I don't do hun. Michael, I can't do hun. But doll, I'm right at the edge of doll's okay. You'll find out. Excuse me. When you get into 65-ish, you're going to find out, Streety, you'll get right. No, Jesus Christ. Nothing, Jesus Christ. Dear's good, Streety. Dear's good. Dear's kind. Yes, dear. Absolute. Waitress, absolutely, dear. Good one. Streety, you're charming, though. You got this down. Jesus Christ, don't say another one, because nothing you say is going to be right. Okay? We already know that. Sweet cheeks. You don't call them that. I'm not even going to read another one of yours. Zoo City, that's not too bad. You're in there. Okay? You're right in there. Okay? Sweet cheeks. That's so creepy. It's funny if you say it to yourself. No, it's not. It's not even funny then. No. Okay. Ew. Happy dirt. You do not call her sugar britches. That's no. Wait. I'm going back to sugar britches. Nobody's ever called anybody that in their whole life. You literally made that up on the spot just now. You're trying to be Jesus Christ's best friend. That has never been used ever. Okay? Never. No. Do not laugh. Do not. Streety? All right, new subject, because you guys, no, you have not, nerd. No, you have not. Okay, I'm changing the subject, because as usual, my friends get a little carried away, our ex-ones. All right, we're changing the subject. It's my responsibility. Here we go. Nippy. You know, man, I crossed the line. I stopped at doll. You guys are sick. You, my little sweet roll. No. Where's my? Oh no. All right. I have to change the subject. I'm responsible for starting this mess. I can get us out of it. No, I can't. I promise I can. Give me a. I have to use it. I don't believe what I'm doing. I'm looking for my. I know I had one here. Okay. All right. I have a napkin around here somewhere. Okay, it's just, all right. Thanks a lot, Streety. SSW. Jesus Christ, I'm never going to thank you. I ended up. I did your dad a lot. B-Ball Pro, I'm gonna cancel you. Stop it. I'm not answering that question. And I'm not gonna just stop, okay? Please. We're here to play my games, not yours. All right, here we go. I'm going to. You know why, Mike? I had an incoming phone call. Thank you, B. Thank you. I'm back to changing the subject. I just lost 8 minutes of the show. Thanks, Pops. I was just trying to say people were dolls. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Listen, I'm going to show you a video. Hey, Toucan! I haven't seen my friend Toucan in a minute. Nice to see you. Listen. I'm going to show you a video. The first person on my screen. It was worth the chuckle, right, Ghastly? Thanks for hanging in there with me. We didn't get too inappropriate. I appreciate that. Jesus Christ, you did good. Jesus, high five. You got right to the line, and you didn't go over for one of the first times ever. Good job. Either that, or you were out taking a JCPP. There could be that. Old school people know exactly what a JCBB is. Noah Harrison, hello. Now I'm back to business. I'm gonna show you a video. 91 people here, 51 likes. There should be more likes. Now I'm gonna show you a video. The video, whoever can guess who sent me this video first is gonna get a prize. Ready? Nobody's right so far. No, no. Put your thinking caps on. Marcy plants flowers. Marcy plants flowers. Of course, it's the Waz. Have you guys been paying attention the last couple of weeks? How we figured out the Waz could be the Oz? I talked him into trying to talk his wife into getting a green shower curtain. You guys remember that? You guys remember? Marcy, I gotta write your name down. Marcy plants flowers. Who remembers? Who remembers that? Yeah? He was gonna, I said, I know there's green curtains somewhere in his house. Now we were turning him into virtually the Wizard of, he was checking. Okay, so guess what he did? He used green color. Yeah, Penny. Brilliant. He made up his own liquid culture and added green colored food, color dye, food color dye. Just for you. You know it was for the laugh. Are you guys going to give him his due? I am. That is a high five, Streety. It's probably my second favorite color. I love green. Yeah. So anyways, when you guys see the Waz, tell him he's hilarious. Marcy, I need you to send me your address. I'm going to send you a couple of grams of something and another something. Okay? Whatever it is, a nice little package. You'll like it. Thank you. Good job, Marcy. Way to put your thinking cap on. I'm going to show 2 or 3 more things here. Okay? I'm going to show 2 or 3 more things here. And these are based off of, if you know Pops, and you've been around a little while, you're a vet of the show, you'll understand. If you're relatively new, you'll, by 30 seconds of introduction, the Waz, there you are, my friend. Good job. That was hilarious, and you're doing a good job with it. It looks great. Hot dog water. I use hot dog water a lot, the symbol and the term, the word, because hot dog water is creepy to me. Like, I like hot dogs. I'll put a hot dog and boil it in the water and everything. You pull the hot dog out. The water always has like a creepy residue. Oily on the top. Stuff's boiled out. I won't say this is anything like hot dog water, but side note, I hate hot dog water. It creeps me out. Smells. It has its own distinct odor. I have done this because, on the batch, when you're a bachelor once in a while, Penny, you might take the hot dogs out of the water. You leave the pan on the stove overnight. You go to in the following morning, you stumble through the kitchen, you're like, oh, I didn't clean. You look up, oh, it gives off a distinct, I just don't like hot dog water. And then, but it's easy to clean up. That's the best part about it. It's just a spritz away from cleaning up. Melissa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you've had, I want to ask a real honest question. This is a time to come clean. It's one of those things that's therapeutic about our show, is we don't mind telling the truth to one another. Here in this environment, we feel safe. We feel safe enough to do this. Who's left a pan of hot dog water out overnight before? I'm not even going to say more than once. Just once will do. Who's done it? Nerdy. It feels good to get that off your chest, nerdy. It does. Who's done that? I'm just talking about accidentally. I'm not saying you're a pig. You may have been in the middle of a party. You didn't. Who knows? Who's done it? Sharon has to absolutely be honest. I love that about her, Sharon. She's so honest. Waz, too. Waz says I didn't even use the curtain. Justin did. Marcy's admitting it maybe 3 times. Right? Okay. Oh, I prefer grilling too, Kyle, but every once in a while I boil. And then even more rarely, I forget to put Southern Green's too clean for us. Okay, Derek Anderson has. Okay. See, even if you don't want to admit it out loud, I mean, to us, say it out loud. Like almost, caw, caw. I've done it. That's all you have to do. Okay, you're free. Feels good. All right, nobody's looking for it. I don't want to know it personally. I just want you to be free from any of the guilt or shame you may feel from that. Okay? At the same time, why hot dogs have always been important to me. The different opportunities that we have to work with them. The multitude of meals that you can make from a hot dog. And applications of hot dogs. Good morning, MVP. And many of my friends understand that, what do they call it if you like hot dogs? I don't even mean just to eat them, just watching them, looking at them, going through the grocery store, and it's like, oh, how many brands do they have? Does it have skin on it? You know, this casing. They call it a hot dog lover. That's so basic. I think it's like a hot dog, hot doggy, or hypochondriac. Hot dog chondriac. No, because they don't make me sick. A peeping dogger. There's going to be some scientific term for it, we know. Okay? A wiener file. Boom! Oh, Ghastly, I'm loving that. Ghastly nailed it. I'm a wiener file. Okay? Oh, there's power in admitting things. Man, there's power. There's power in Pink. There's a place in Hollywood called Pink's Hot Dogs. Some of the best hot dogs in the whole world. I'm a wiener file. All right? Some of my friends know that. And they help feed my need for wieners. No, I did not just say that. Okay? They help feed my need for wieners. Here we go. Cupids are even better, I agree. Cupids are probably the best hot dog I've ever had in my whole life. Vegas and I know. So here's what this guy's done. I'm loving him. Sous vide. He's taken a traditional French cooking method where the food is placed in a sealed plastic bag in a water bath. A lot of us have done things with sous vide before. But had you ever considered sous videing your hot dog? Might I ask? This is Yup Street. Wait a minute. Where do you get these? Some chef restaurant store? I've been looking for, honestly, somebody help me understand. Where do you get these, the casings? And do they like open like this? Where do you get these? Right here. I think you get them at like a high-end, maybe a French cooking supply store. Laura. No, they're not balloons. They're balloons. That's what they are. When I was treating it ripped. No, stop it. How much temperature can they withstand? Just Sharon. Wait a minute. This whole thing's very French. The waters will be fine. There will be nothing that won't be hot dog water this way. When you think about it. Oh no, what is wrong with me today? Wiener file. I want us to laugh. It's Friday. Okay, wait a minute. Pause. Wait a minute. The whole process is very French. No. Durex. Jonathan K. I want Jonathan K. Kimberly, I want Jonathan K. I bet there is no doubt in my mind, out of the 22,000 people that are subscribing today, there will be somebody that tries this application this weekend. At least one of us. At least one of us is going to try it this weekend. Okay? I have all the supplies. I didn't realize it. I'm doing it. The only reason I'm doing it, Cleanie, is a scientific. I would do it. Jonathan K. should do an experiment with us. What temperature can the special holders? What temperature can they withstand? What? Cleanie, you know you're trying it. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for letting me. Just you guys appreciate a wiener file when you see one. You know. You gotta be into something. Oh gosh, darn it. Where's the rest of this stuff? Okay. Pop dog covers. Yeah, those are pop dog covers. Okay, are you guys laughing? Because we're gonna get serious pretty soon. Jonathan K., we owe it to the world to find out. That's right, science first. We owe it to the world to find out. I don't know. The water, just one more quick look. I don't mean to scar you for life. I really don't. But the water's boiling. That is some boiling water. Man, this French company, they know there's going to be some serious action that they can handle. This thing here, wait a minute. This is a quality control test. Okay, that's what that is. Carlotta. Okay. All I know is that water in the morning, Southern Green, that water in the morning will not smell like nasty water. The water's going to be fine. You can probably reuse the water. Okay, that was the whole thing. Okay, I know, Karen, look how hot it is. Marcy wants to know what the buns look like. Oh, Marcy. Oh, God. Okay. I feel so. I want you guys to just know how much I love you, because I would not do this with anybody other than my very, very best friends. I wouldn't. Okay? This is my very best friends right here. Okay, wait a minute. This is one.
Now, what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here? They can't be serious with this. This gotta be fake, dog. Hot dog, sparkling water. To hear Moore's titties just jiggled on this one. Who Who's this passionate about hot dog? Is there a community of people that I don't know about that drink hot dog water? Are they out here? Do they put hot dog water in tea glasses and stir that shit up? Let me know if this community exists. And that's how they gonna get y'all ass. They gonna get y'all with the sparkling. See, because I know it's a lot of you sparkle heads out there. Y'all love some sparkling water. And how much do you really love it though? Do you love sparkling water enough to try the hot dog water from 7-Eleven? Let me get 5 on 6 in that hot dog sparkling water. I want to see if you that passionate about the sparkling water. And is the hot dog sparkling water, is it all beef or is it just a normal mishmash of the usual hot dog?
You don't know.
Raccoon booties, pig backs, cow lips, horse elbows, fox eyelids, and construction boot shoelaces. We really
Construction boot shoelaces.
Now, what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on
God.
here? They can't be serious.
All right. You know, that's funny. That is funny. And what did I have here? Yeah, I had the sous vide. And then let me just show you this. This was really fascinating. We'll get serious again. But hey, wait a minute. I'm still wiping my eyes. I'm out of control. I'm wienerphile. I'm glad I got that off the chest, upper body. I'm glad I got that off. And if you guys see some funny hot dog videos and hippos, that's what's in for the month of April. Okay? Hot dog videos and the month of April. And hippos for the month of April. I don't know how they go together, but we'll figure it out. Okay? This is fantastically intelligent, important, and fascinating. And then we're going to read a little, and then we're going to get to work. Okay?
3 flashlights here, a blue one, a green one, and a red one. And as you can see, when their beams all combine, you get white light. And if you take a piece of paper with a slit in it, and you block those beams, you can decompose that white light back into its constituent parts, red, green, and blue.
I'm going to start over.
Really...
Watch this.
3 flashlights here, a blue one, a green one, and a red one. And as you can see, when their beams all combine, you get white light. And if you take a piece of paper with a slit in it, and you block those beams, you can decompose that white light back into its constituent parts, red, green, and blue. Now this is something really cool. If you take something that casts a shadow, it's actually going to cast 3, a cyan, a magenta, and a yellow shadow. And if I allow each of those shadows to pass over the slit, you're going to see that they block out only their complementary color. 3 flashlights here, a blue one, a green one, and a red one. And as you can see, when their beams all...
Just more of that stuff that blows my mind. Just blows my mind. Our universe and how we're perceiving it through our own, ocular abilities. People like Kim can explain that to us, how it works prismatically, etc., in physics. But it brings me, when I see things like that, excuse me, when I see things like that, it brings me such a level of appreciation. Do you know what I mean? It brings me like this developed level of appreciation. I don't know, and I believe that I believe my microdosing and growing mushrooms and being involved in our mycology community has made me more aware. That was stuff I could care less about 15 years ago. I'm busy. I'm looking out I'm taking care of myself. I never stop and learn these amazing things in our universe. There was stuff that were introduced. We got a little tidbit of them in school, sprinkle. But dive into some of this. It just, pick something and dive in. It'd be absolutely mind-boggling. My brain doesn't work like a physics guy. like Kim's. See the book she wrote. She knows all about spectrography and colors and prisms, and my mind doesn't work like a physics person. Mine works like a historian. My brain tends towards history, sociologies, philosophies, theologies, anthropologies. I'm one of the ologies, not the icks. I have ology. Criminology, that's interesting. I'm an ology guy, not an ick-y guy. Fascinating. Thank you for who sent that in to me. It was well worth sharing. I want to go through maybe 2 or 3 of these, and then we're going to read some of our Do Your Best. And then for those of you that have time to stick around, we're going to spend some time separating, farming and separating. Okay? Check this out. So this I never knew. This I never, ever knew. Football, I'm going to bust a myth. No, Mark, I avoided math. I wasn't a very good, it was my lowest score on the SAT, and I still got a, what was the number? I think I got a 790. I was super close because I could learn enough to memorize it, to apply it to a test, and then after that, I'd empty my mind. I could care less. In my construction businesses, the only thing you ever cared about in math was fractions, being able to convert fractions on tape measures. That's it. Basically converting. So math at the higher level, write one of those equations on the board, and I'm like, yeah, I have a hard time understanding, the whole equation thing. Say equation, and I'm like, is there anybody that wants to talk about the history of George Washington? Football was invented in England. By football, I'm sure they mean soccer. Football was invented in England. Is that true? Me too, Carlotta. He's my favorite president. Anthony Thornton, you're a brainiac. Football. Where was football invented if not England? Where was it invented if not England? I wonder where that was. Oh, D, that makes sense. You're one of those smarties. Spain? No. South America? No. Where was it? Scotland? No. Brazil? No. Ireland? No. Aztecs? No. Aztec, that's a neat guess. Wouldn't they kick it kind of like right off the cliff, though? Canada? No. Mexico? No. Soccer, where was it invented? It wasn't England. France. Penny Pack's jumping in the game. Penny Pack decided to tell us it's China. China. Penny, I need an address from you. Don't be shy. You're one of those ones, Papa, I didn't really want to send it to you. If you don't send it to me, I'm going to hunt you down. Penny, send me an address for the win. And I'm not going to send you my pulverizer. I use it. I'm actually making chicken this afternoon. I like to use it to tenderize my chicken. China, stop it. Football originated in China and was the first known game in 4 BC. 400 years before BC. It was played almost exactly the same as we play it today. Okay, so I didn't know that. 400 BC, as early as 4 BC. In early 4 BC, it doesn't say 400, it says 4 BC. So they probably have proof of it somewhere like 3 or 4 years before the birth of Christ. They kicked the ball, it missed the manger, bounced around, hit a donkey. A wise man looked at it. The 3 wise men, New myth. The three wise men started the game of soccer. Yep. They were on their way to check out the star thing. Who agrees? Cleany. The three wise men started soccer. Yep. It only makes sense. They already have three people. They only need, what, like 7 more for their side. There's a lot of shepherds around, right? Hip? Yep. Yep. Gives a whole new meaning to frankincense. Frankincense may have been, you know how that Tom Hanks movie, he named his ball Wilson? You can see where I'm leading, right? Frankincense, myrrh, and gold! Castaway, yeah. They named their ball frankincense. The backup ball was gold. Okay. Football. I never knew that the wise men were involved. And Wilson. All right, for those of you, because later on, he's spreading false information. That everything I just said isn't true, except the part that football originated in China and was the first. All the names and the wise men and bouncing off mangers, all of that, I take it all back. Let me bust my own myth. Okay. Okay. Now, baseball originated in the United States. Baseball originated in the United States. Of course. Abner Doubleday, right? Originated in England. They had a version of it close to cricket. We brought it over here and changed it all up, and then it became American baseball. I don't know the true story behind it all, but there was something around there. How about this one? The Egyptian pyramids look the same now as they did when they were originally built. They've lasted in amazingly original shape for these many years. Nerdy says, no, I don't think, they weren't stepped. They're just a little worn down. When the pyramids were first built, I'm honest, this is true. I've never heard this one before. I love learning. When the pyramids were first built, they were covered in white limestone that would glow at night. Over time, weather and thieves took all of the white limestone, leaving the pyramids looking as we know them today. Stole the white right off of them. I didn't know that they glowed like that. Hags know. Who knew? Well, you guys. I always thought they were just Stony McMoney looking things. Yeah, that's enough work for me. Just piling up the stones. But now you have to go whitewash them in limestone. You have to shine them, polish them, make sure the moon reflects off of them. Were they just trying to keep the guys busy? No TV? Wax on, wax off. There went another week. What a terrible life. I'm going to tell you one more weird thing about the humans. Capstone, it had a capstone too, right, Hap? How many bones does the human have? Well, we talked the other day, we know that Evel Knievel broke 433. I know, Sharon, snap of the whip. That moon better shine off of that stone, boy. No soup for you. Mr. Marmars thinks there's around 215. Anthony Thornton says right around 213. Woz is in the 208 category. You guys are all in the right category. You're all in the right category. And then CCS is really fast. We think that we're born with right around 200 bones. 208, 206. Humans are born with 300 bones. But by the age 6, bones ossify to form 206 bones. Even if the number's 270, 280, what you guys are saying out there, that freaks me out, nerdy. I didn't know that. A bunch of babies are sitting around, a bag of bones. I'm a little bag. I have a bunch of bones in me. I don't know which one. At the end of the day, I just want about 206 of these left. Okay? How many? A couple of these are going to grow into the other ones, and then boop, boop, bop, boop, beep, bop. The skull counted out as quite a few, right? Probably how many bones was the skull when it's born? 74. How many is it when it's fused to? I don't know. I don't really know all the answers, but I do know that I think babies are Frankensteins now. Okay? Because I don't think of these kind of things. But as I'm looking at babies now, I know there's bones in there that are almost like mycelium. We're going to connect. Anybody else freaking out? How many bones does the hand have? No, I take that back. It's not bones. I'll do a different one. Here's one. How many muscles? How many muscles does your fingers have? Yeah, CCS a lot. Cassie says just up like 1 billion. Mister, isn't it? The baby's like, it's alive! That's one of the reasons babies bounce, huh, Herbie? How many muscles are in our fingers? How many muscles? Between 11 and 30 so far. Your fingers have muscles. Let me say that one more time. There are no muscles in your fingers. There are none. All finger movements are done by the muscles in the forearm and the palm. This is just cartilage and tendons and bones, ligaments. No muscle. Penny, it got me too. I want there's supposed to be a muscle right here. I want a muscle right there. Yeah, and fat and epidermis and no muscle. I'm doing this. I'm not even working out, baby. No. Well, I am, but I'm just stretching cartilage right now. In order for that to move, I'm using all kinds of muscles in here. Phalanges. That's pretty neat. Let's do our best for about our regular 10 minutes. And then we're going to submerge fermentation harvesting. It's the button muscle, right, Higgs? And then there's the snap muscle. Higgs and my snap muscle is particularly strong. Ever since high school, Jim in high school, Higgs and I have been using the snap muscle. Coach Carmine used to come along and for the jock check, he would just pull back and snap. Go, okay, you're wearing it. It's like, that's why you always see Higgs and I snapping, because we remember what Coach Carmine did to us. It's borderline abuse. But it wasn't back in our day. It was the coach was supposed to do that. That was his job. It's like one of the reasons I didn't become a coach. Okay? I didn't want to have to be snapping. So, that Coach Carmine was just doing his best. Melissa, it's a true story. True story. That's what our coaches used to do to us back in the 70s. And then remember the paddle. Vegas, it's not borderline, Pops. That's pure abuse. No, he was checking. It was called a hygiene test. He was checking. He also checked your fingernails, coach. You don't come to my class with dirty fingernails, boys. It's like, oh. When you do your best, one of the things that happens, harvest. We get harvests from our doing things well, right? When you do your best, here's one of the things, this is my best part of the harvest. You know how when you harvest corn, there's the kernels and there's the cob, and they even use the hair on things, and lots of people, for a corn, it isn't just one little thing that they use off of the harvest. There's a multitude of uses from a harvest. An individual thing. You can get a lot of stuff out of the corn. Syrups. I mean, there's so many. Just randomly grab corn out of the air, but there's many things that give not much harvests, not just an individual harvest thing. And if I look at corn, my favorite, I think, is the kernels. I like the corn kernels. I love corn. Popcorn, corn. So I have a favorite harvest off of a corn. The cob, not so much. What happens is in your individual harvests, there's a lot of things that are coming to you that are harvests. The friendships, the goodnesses, the kindnesses, the energies. There's a lot of stuff that's coming at you as harvests. My favorite harvest that I receive as a result of doing my best is accepting myself. That was the biggest thing that drove me to drug abuse. I want to be like everybody else. I want you to like me. I want you to accept me. I wasn't setting the standard. You were setting the standard. Then what I would do is like, oh, okay, so you're selling a pound a week. I'm going to sell 2. But you actually set the standard in the first place. Then I started keeping my score against you. Everything I did in the competition world was really because I wasn't accepting myself. I compete against other people to measure my lack of acceptance. Hardest lessons in my life are to be quiet and enjoy your successes quietly without competing. Just accept them. You don't have to get a trophy because you won. That's really hard for me. I'm a trophy collector. I hate the trophies. I just want to know I got it. Take a picture. Boop. I don't care what you do with the trophy. Oh, but my name was on it. And trophy collecting isn't doing your best. The guy that won the trophy, I'm not saying he didn't do his best. He probably did. But that wasn't the goal. The healthy goal. The healthy goal was accepting yourself. That's the healthy harvest. If you do your best, you did your best. It doesn't matter if there's a trophy attached or not. You attach the trophy because you're measuring yourself, me. I attach the trophy because I'm measuring myself against the other competitors. Why can't I just measure it against, did I really do my best? Learning from your mistakes. The hot dog water times, when we have to pick it up and clean it up. We have to say we're sorry. We have to admit, whoa, that wasn't my best. Gee, honey, when I snapped at you just now for no reason, because I'm cranky, because I got a crick in my neck, I slept wrong, you're getting hollered at, you're going to get treated nasty. At a certain point, I'll say, oh, geez, that was kind of, if I'm working on my be impeccable part, that wasn't very good of me. The power I just put into this was bad. I can be my best by fixing it. It doesn't matter if they accept the fix or not. What matters is that you're cleaning it up. You go back and say, boy, I was out of line. Cranky, neck bad, doesn't matter. I shouldn't have done that. Is there anything I can do for you? I'm sorry. It's so easy to fix things so fast when you're clean and when you're paying attention. You're the one that didn't fix it? By the time you come home from work, steam's coming out of the whole house. All the pasts are remembered, assumptions are coming on, and things are being taken personal, impeccability's lost. The practice is admitting your mistake. That's a do your best time. We think our best is only when we win. Sometimes our best is when we said, I lost. I overcompeted. I put other things in front of. Does that resonate with anybody? You have to think about that. You have to think about that, honestly. We're so used to our best is a win. No, sometimes your best is cleaning it up, fixing it fast, so it doesn't have a chance to, what did we talk about at the beginning of the show? What's it going to smell like tomorrow morning, Niffy? What's that pan of water smell like? And it's just hot dog water. Some innocuous stuff. What's it smell like tomorrow morning? Worse. Didn't do my best when I went to bed last night, and I didn't clean it up. Sometimes our best is saying, I was wrong. I'm sorry. How can I fix this? With legitimacy. And if they don't accept it, and it does, that's another on them problem. You just did your fill in the blank. What happens when you do this? When you see your best, and you see the times that, man, my best right now is going to be fix it. You see this strata that you live in. What happens? Your awareness increases. Your ability to see yourself do it quick increases. example. I'm going to give you an example right now. This is because I'm as childish as I can be. I posted something on IG yesterday, and a guy makes a comment on my post. And this has been the second or third time this person has made a comment on some of my posts, and it doesn't seem like I'm a big, he seems to care for me or my process. I don't know. I don't take it personal, honest. Sure you don't, Pops. So there's this post on yesterday, and I read it, and I didn't like it. And I hearkened back, because that's what we do. We hold on to stuff we don't like from people in the past, even though we say we don't. We practice not to. I immediately go, oh, this is the same guy that... The first thing I did was because I have the right, I went to his page and I hit a block button. Hit the block button. 10 seconds into reading this guy's comment, fired me off, triggered me. I don't need to listen to that. Took me about a minute as I sat back, and I'm like, that's a completely, totally inappropriate response for me. I just took something personal. I don't know this guy from Adam. He doesn't know me from Adam. He doesn't know anything about my processes, my procedures. I don't know anything about him. I just acted so I take something personal. I don't care if he meant it, if he's attacking me, didn't. I took it personal. So personal that within 10 seconds, I'm blocked. And then I'm like, everybody on this planet has a right to say anything that they freaking want to, especially if I'm going to post something publicly. My cleanup on that one was quickly go back to the page and hit unblock. Quickly. And I hope he didn't see how childish I was. That I couldn't handle a comment. If I don't like someone's comment, I don't have to start a block war. I don't have to start fissures or fractures in our community. If I don't like it, I ignore it. I sit back and I take a deep breath. I don't hit the block button. And I thought to myself, that isn't the same you a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, you'd still be rationalizing why I was just about having kind of a boom. Now there's a different level. You start trolling, you start being abusive, you start saying stuff, we'll go another place. That isn't what anybody was doing. It was just a guy making a comment that wasn't stroking my ego. We slip into this stuff so quickly, so fast. And why did I even tell you this story? I told you the story because just as fast as I slipped into it, just as fast, because I am practicing. And I'm telling you, I'm perfect. I'm not. I'm the button pusher. Just as fast you can fix it. And just as easy. You know how easy that one was to fix? Just hit the button again. And then for me, I was like, should I just leave it at that? No, I'm going to also tell someone. Yeah, to sort of wrap myself out. A little punishment. I got to say a Hail Mary. Knee-jerk reaction, D, that's right. It was my knee-jerk reaction. Go back to wrong programming. So I'm telling you guys, it's a practice procedure. When you get these little fired off things, you can keep them. You can keep it rolling. Next thing you know, I got 3 more enemies, and I got a whole gossip attacks, and And I'm involved because I took it personal, because I didn't do my best. Can I tell you something? I'm going to end it with this for today. You know what was one of the best things? When I look back at yesterday and I say, what was one of the things that you did that was your best? You know, it was one of the best things. You did your best. You went back and unblocked. Your best yesterday was fixing one of your messes. It wasn't winning something. It wasn't getting a trophy. My best yesterday was fixing a mess. So let's remember that. Let's do some farming. Okay? I'm going to straighten up the area. Why don't you guys take a 5-minute break while I straighten things up here? Okay? Lexington, you get it. I'm glad. I'm going to straighten some things up and get my towel out. So if you guys want to take take a break here, thank you, Justin. From my heart, I believe that. I overreacted very quickly, and then I could have kept it brewing. I could have turned it into a big fat tea. Instead, throw that hot dog water out and start fresh. Start fresh. Boop, just unblock and fix it. And in my case, I like to admit it, because I'm only as sick as my secrets. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, I didn't mean to turn that off. Let me take 5. Take 5, everybody. While I set this up. If you got to go take a JCVB or whatever you have to do. I'm so excited! Knock it off, Pops. Here we go. See, I'm going to be working on this after we're done. We'll do a jar together. I'm getting set up because I'm going to work on this. This is my collection jar. All of the broth out of these, if you can see, all of the broth out of these, I'm going to end up with, hopefully, in this. And then we'll slowly working with this on a heat plate. We're going to boil some of it down, and we're going to do it on a time lapse so you can watch. So we'll do a boil down of the broth later on, okay, on a little heat plate. So there was one person. Give me a second here. Okay. Oh, I know. Alrighty. Okay. Let me see. Tighten this up. All right. So last week, it might have been Laura Devine that asked this, or Summer, or one of us asked this. And we just briefly talked about, well, we're basically going to be harvesting liquid culture. Every time you, in our mycology here, we call it pulling the syringe, which is basically filling up a syringe, whatever size you're using, with the liquid culture, so it can be then used, then applied, however you're going to. Typically, in mycology, typically we use a 10 milliliter or 10 cc. The truth is, if we're in in lab world, we use the word cc all the time, as if it's a substitute number. The real number, cc means cubic centimeter. Milliliter means the thousandth of a liter. So technically, these aren't really 10 cc's, they're 10 mLs. But for whatever reason, in our whole world here, we've learned to call them 10 cc's. And I'm not by any means advocating changing that, but at some point you may be looking for things and where's those 10 cc's? You're looking for a 10 ml. Okay? Volume versus weight. So here we go. What we're going to do first, one of the harvests is, like I said, we're going to put some LC in our syringes so we can start more, or we can start spawn, or we can do something. That isn't really what we're here to do today. But one of the things, if you've got a bunch of LC and you're getting ready to farm the LC itself, for the purposes of what we're going to do, which is to dry and grind it and use it medicinally as is. If we're feeling like pulling syringes and filling them up, now would be the time to do it. Okay? And so I'm going to go through the procedure real quick. I mean, this is super easy. And you're going to find that this particular procedure, what some people will do is they'll put a needle on the end of the syringe, use it, pull the liquid into the syringe. They'll cap that needle, and they'll put the needle back in a bag, and that whole thing's all one unit. So many times back in the day, I would receive a syringe, and it already had, a syringe, and it already had the needle attached. Not the cleanest way to go, okay? And one of the things that we'll do is we're just going to use one needle. We're going to put the one needle in the injection port, and then we're going to attach a syringe to that, fill the syringe, put a lure lock on it, put that syringe to the side, add another, and then we can do it again, leaving the same syringe in the port. So we'll never have to reuse, at least during a pull, you can use for the same, as long as you're using the same strain, you can use the same needle. Okay? So, super simple. First thing I'm going to do, and you'll notice we're doing all of this out here in the open. We're not under a still air box. We're not under a flow hood. all of that isn't super necessary. It helps. And if you have it, use it. You could be doing this in a still air box, or you could be doing this in front of your flow hood, and it would help. But you don't have to. It's one of the values of using liquid culture. The trick is, my experience is everything I do, I want to make very fast movements. Okay? So each thing that I do, I want to go through fast, because the faster I go through it, the less opportunity I'm going to have for contamination. So I won't do a lot of talking. I'm just going to pop. Just watch the movements. I'm just going to pull out 2 syringes here. Okay. Okay. So simple as that. That's all there is to it. We'll end up with this one here and another one here. Okay, and not so unthick. Okay. So, lots of times that's exactly why you're making jars full of this liquid culture, is so you can sit there and pull syringes. And then you've got, Jesus Christ, it's both. It's both. We have boys and girls in there. But, yeah, we have boys and girls in there, interestingly enough. Okay? So, and the more often you do it, the easier it gets. I'll bet you Sandy could probably set a world's record, Guinness Book of World's Records, on how quickly he can fill syringes. Okay. And that's a good idea too, Herbie, because you can take one of these syringes now. What Sandy will do after he pulls syringes, he's going to take one on a blank agar plate, and he's going to put a little bit of his liquid on a blank agar plate. And he's going to make sure within 24 to 48 hours, it'll guarantee whether or not that the liquid that was inside of here is contaminated or not. So he's going to run a test plate. So, all right. So that's always a really good idea, is to run a test plate on your liquid culture, especially if you're going to be sharing it out. It's an ethical responsibility at the end of the day. You don't need to be contaminating somebody else's grow. They've spent all that time, all that effort and everything, and you didn't care enough to find out if it was clean. What happens if it's contaminated, Justin? You throw it all away. Okay? You get rid of it. All right? If you see contamination on one plate out of a jar, everything in the jar could be contaminated. Okay. I'm getting ready to, I know. Okay. Let's do this. Gavin, is that true? That's really sucks because people should care. It's like we said, it's virtually an ethical responsibility, and we take it very serious. It's one of the reasons I promote Sandy so much, because in a course of we've been doing our website 13 months now, and I think maybe 2 or 3 people ever have said, and it's very hard as the supplier of the liquid culture, because as soon as somebody does something wrong at their end and they end up with the green, nobody ever blames themselves. Nobody ever writes to the supplier and says, hey, I just want to let you know I screwed up that stuff you sent us. They write to the supplier complaining. And then you go through it, now you have to walk through it, and then at the end of it, you find out, about 8 different things that you did could have caused, you were not working aseptically, etc. But we don't even do that. We just send them another one. I would say in the last 13 months, true story, I don't think Sandy has sent out, I don't think we've had to refund, not even 10 syringes. And that's just, don't even ask, just here it is, okay? And so it's very difficult again as a supplier because you don't want to blame the other guy, but hey, I sent this out to 88 other people and they didn't complain. But you just take care of it. Thank you for taking care of people too, Sandy. There's more work in it than you guys think. All right. And the good news is it's always there. You wake up tomorrow morning, you don't have to go do anything. You just go push a button and boop, it's in the mail to you. So, commercial over. What are you looking at there? What are you looking at there? Look at all these people that know because they've gotten it from him. That's liquid culture right there. This was what we found to be the fastest and easiest way. At the end of the day, I'll never pour my liquid culture just onto the metal. It adheres to the metal and it gets all gloopy-gawoopy, and it's very hard to get off and recover. So that's one thing that we're not going to do. So we use it as basically a basket to hold the filter. Okay? That's another thing. I like what Kim's saying. Even if you're getting LC from somebody else, it's at the end of the day, even if you're getting LC from somebody else, at the end of the day, if you've done all of this work and you've got all of this spawn sitting there, take the time to test it yourself. You don't know. And even if you're getting it from the very best source, sun and freezing and shipping and there's just so many variables. Just test it when you get it. Doesn't take long. Boop. Okay. More liquid culture. That's right, Whiskey. Good call. So here's what we do. It's the easiest thing to do is to try to minimize. What we want to do is we want to try to minimize the amount of water that goes through the filter. We want more goopy to go through the filter, more of the mycelium to go through the filter than the water. It's absolutely unavoidable, especially when you get up to thicknesses like we've seen from people like Deborah Pearl has right now. And I have a couple here. When our jars are getting super egg soupy, it's hard to see the difference between a water layer and a mycelium layer. Again, example, this one. There is a distinct difference between the water layer and the mycelium. And I'm going to try to, if I'm getting ready to farm my mycelium, my first move is I'm going to try to not get this stirred up. I'd like as much of this separated as I could. Because my first move, if I can, and this is just when I can, my first move is going to be try to draw the water off separately. Okay? So in this case, I would have my extractor. And I'm just going to keep this right at the very top level of the water, trying to keep my mycelium out. Early this morning, before I was preparing for the show, I tried this. I put some coffee filter around the end of this, right? And I thought, okay, that will help, and I could actually go down in there and pull out, but the mycelium will stay there and the water will come out. No, that didn't work well. So come up with your own ideas. This is the fun part of what we're doing right now. I'm just giving you one of mine. When I did do that, and I went to pull, and I'm creating a vacuum, literally the coffee filter material starts sucking up inside the tube, and the whole thing just turned to be a cloggy mess. So if there's a different way you can filter, that's good. I'm finding that the mycelium and the goopiness of it is so thick that it really does have a hard time getting through a filter. I mean, it becomes an insta-clog, okay? Full screen's very possible. Again, see, that's what I like, is I want to see you guys thinking like that. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to try to take some of the water off of the top. Okay. Now I'm squirting that back into my filter. So I've already got out about 120 clear milliliters. Look what's happening to the mycelium that's in there. It's floating. Watch what happens to the mycelium that's on the filter. This is going to be a very important thing you're going to see. Watch this. I'm going to put just water in there, or as much just water as I can. I'm down to the mycelium now in here. Oh. Okay, watch this. Watch what happens. it gathers together and it floats around. So it gathered together, like congealed into it, even all that stuff that was spread around the filter, gathered together and let the rest of the water go down. That's going to be probably very important when we go to farm it out of the filter. Okay? So now look at what we had before. Okay? Now some of you are asking, it's attracted to itself, right? Some of you are asking, Pops, why don't you just pour this into the filter? I think you can. I think you can. But that isn't, I don't think it's the most efficient way to do it. I think you're going to flood. I think you're going to create problems. I like to get my controlled amount. I have the time. I'm going to do this one or two times. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do my extractions. And right now, I can also do this. Watch what I'm going to tell you. Now I have a filter. It has, well, we just saw it. It has X amount of mycelium in it. That was after just a couple of squirts from a previous jar and then all of the water out of this jar. I want you to notice something about the water. We're going to call it broth, for want of a better word. Okay? Look at the color of it. That's like not white, clear water. There's already like a brownish tinge to it. Okay? So that kind of tells us, are we going to end up with water that's clear when we've boiled it down? Or is it going to get darker as we boil it down? I have a sense it's going to get darker as we boil it down. Okay? Does that make sense? So, here's the other thing. One of the reasons I like to use these filters like this. You're like, okay, Pop, so what do you do now? We have two options here. Most people have one. The drying process. Okay? I'm willing to bet it's going to get darker too. Okay? What we just did, let's go ahead and get this whole jar. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and now. See, I don't just want to splash all of this into that filter and into that jar. So I'm just going to go ahead now and get myself a nice another sample. Fill the filter. And let's see what we end up with out of this jar. Okay? Am I being overprotective by using my syringe? Yes. Can you just pour it in there slowly? Yes. Do you have to separate the water from the mycelium first? No. Which way is best? Pop's way? No, I'm kidding. Any way you think. This is the part that gets to be fun because you get to be, what am I doing here? Watch. Because you get to be, wait a minute, scientist. What? Hey, get back here. But I can tell you my filter is reacting really nicely to this controlled delivery. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. I'll let you guys watch it. Hey, what am I doing? There. So look how it's clogging up the filter. And let's remember, this is one jar. Nope, it's not sterile. We're not looking to be sterile at this point. It's like when you're picking fruit out of your tub, you're way past the sterile point. Just want to be clean. A lot of water still. Little surfacey stuff there. Remember, we're all experimenting together. Penny told me to jiggle it. I don't want to spread the mycelium around though. It'll gosh, what happened to there? Focus. Okay. Let me leave it like that for 1 second. I just had a thought. Hold everything. Just had a thought. Where are those guys? There you are. Wah, 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 wah. So I'm going to do this. Okay, let's do this. I'm just back up the camera a little. I have a tray here, little muffin cup, right? What if I pick up my filter carefully, like so. This is what we managed to farm out of one jar. Plus the broth. Don't forget, we're going to use the broth. We'll take this guy and put it right there. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? That's not a bad idea right there. Now, I have an amazing advantage. Guess what I get to do now? You know what this tray's for? Freeze dryer. These are, we picked them up because they're the exact, they fit right into the slot on the freeze dryer. Can you imagine that? Boop. straight into the freeze dryer. All of that business, all of that liquid will come out. Now, I don't have a freeze dryer. What will I do? If I didn't have a freeze dryer, you know what I would do, Anthony? I'd put it, at this point right now, I'd do the same thing if I were you guys at home. Little muffin cups. Give yourself, I mean, you're going to figure out, this is all bro way. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. I don't even know what I'm doing. I got a dog hair in the middle of this one, which, by the way, it looks like I can get out with the pair of tweezers. I'm going to be able to pull that out with the pair of tweezers. Woo! Because it's right there at the top. The dog hair floated to the top. Okay? But that's what we're working with. We're going to fill up a bunch of these cups like this. And then there's so many things you could do with it. Should you take your cup like this and put it in the freezer and make yourself little frozen cakes and eat a frozen cake? Should you, if it were me and I didn't have my freeze dryer, as a matter of fact, we'll do this. I'll run a tray with us. A fan. That's all I would do. Get out a fan and get on low speed. Nothing, don't turn it on tornado. Just get yourself a fan and put your tray with your cups of mycelium in front of that fan and it'll evaporate. It may take 2 to 3 days to dry. We don't know. We're learning this together. It'll probably take 24 hours to freeze dry this. It'll probably take a good 24. But that's what we'll do. We'll do a batch of freeze dry and we'll do a batch of fan dry. Okay? After removing hair of the dog. Okay? Oh. We'll even freeze dry. I mean, we'll even put one in the freezer so we can end up seeing what a freeze cake looks like. Somebody with the, on IG asked, do you guys eat it now? I think so. I think we eat it now. What we would do is, once you farm enough, you're going to find out, because I've done this before, it takes a lot. That's why you want to start, if you're really going to do this, see, you're experimenting right now. If you really want to be in the consumables on this, you have to have a lot of jars going at one time. Or you'll have to end up with a lot of the actual mycelium itself. Because it shrinks down to a weight that's negligible. It's not, that's why they're doing it in such mass facilities to be able to pull it off. But I believe what we would want to do, if we end up with enough, a person, I think you should be able to eat it, just, they're going to dry almost like in little wafers. If we do it like this, that's probably okay. I'm convinced that this is medicine and that we can consume it as such because of everything that I've been reading, studying, watching. But I'm not telling anybody out there to eat it. I'm not telling you, eat your mycelium. I do. I'm going to. And I'm convinced, I mean, come on. This is what every mushroom supplement out there is. This is what it is, right here. We don't know and we don't care. We didn't do this, so we ended up with magic in it. That wasn't the goal. I would care less if any of these LCs here were a reishi, a lion's mane LC. I don't care what kind it is. I'm not looking to get high from my mycelium. I'm looking for the medical benefits of it. Okay? If I felt like getting high, I'll have a different ceremony. Okay? Anybody have any questions there real quick? Boy, I talked for like an hour and a half without reading. Well, I mean, I'm reading your comments, but anybody have any questions? This was a participatory, so I wasn't looking to be all pops all the time. But I'm going to separate the rest of this today. It'll be one of my projects for today. And we're going to, Lily, go ahead and ask. Okay? The medical benefits, we've been covering those all week, Kaiser. I honestly don't have time today, but if you come back next Tuesday, we'll recover them. But basically, it's the antibiotics. It's the immune system. It's what it does for our blood system. It's unreal. What about a dehydrator? I would consider a dehydrator for sure. Happy. My personal problem with the dehydrator is, well, I was worried. My dehydrator head has a back fan, not a top fan. It's a backflow. So you're going to find out that these things get super light. You're welcome, Kaiser, and we'll talk about it some more next week. These get the weight. Once the water's out, they don't weigh a lot. And I'm afraid if I put it in my dehydrator, that they're going to blow. They're going to... Next thing you know, I'm going to have a bunch of umbrellas full of mycelium flying around inside my dehydrator or splatting up against the front window of my dehydrator. So if my dehydrator had a top fan, I might not worry as much. Maddie absolutely gives your immune strength, 100%. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, the back blow is much better style dehydrator for dehydrating fruits or almost anything because you get more full coverage than a top down or a bottom up fan. Back fan, if you're out there looking for a dehydrator, don't buy anything that isn't a back fan. You want it coming, you want your airflow coming from the back, and it covers all of the trays at once. If your fan's coming in heat from the top, your top 2 or 3 trays are going to get more dehydrated than your lower ones. So the home ones that they show you that you buy at Costco, they're a top down. Top down or bottom up. Either way, they're not a back fan. So we just did it. I'm so excited. So what we're going to do next, and we're going to film it and show it here. All right. I'm going to take our broth. Look at the color of it already. We're going to take you're welcome, Pilar. Thank you for being here. We're going to take our broth, right? And we're going to, in small increments, the smaller, the easier. And we're going to take, Pop spent $7 on a brand new glass pan just so he could show off this process. We're going to take our glass pan. We're going to put it on a heating cook pad. And we're going to put a film on it and time lapse it. And we're going to take this and try to, this would be neat if it had graduated markings on it. But anyways, we're going to take this and we're going to boil it down and try to get a brothy McBrotherton. Okay? Jesus Christ, you're a pretty boy. I'm excited. Okay? I'm excited about this. Let's make our broth later today. You guys will see our broth. Later today, I'll send some pictures. We'll get we'll get our freeze dryer going. We'll get our fan dryer going. And then let's discuss. You have all day, you have all weekend to get your stuff together. A Pyrex measuring cup would have been perfect. But anyways, you got all weekend. Get your stuff together, get your farm out, get your liquid goopy going. And next Tuesday, we'll talk some more about it. Okay? Sound good? Sounds wonderful to me. Let me give something away before you guys get out of here. I feel like a bro science around here. Jonathan K., come over here. I need you. Okay. I can't believe how much fun we have. I cannot believe how much fun we have, Jolie. We're sitting around learning this. Pops doesn't know what the hell he's doing, but I'm learning it with you guys. all morning long. I was experimenting different things. Wax paper, filter this, plastic filter that. And that's finally, coffee filter. It's got to be a coffee filter. Nothing else worked as well. But this is the fun part for you guys. You get to come up with your own creative ways to farm your liquid culture and get it dry and get it ready. Okay? That's so much fun because our brains are working overtime now. And what are they working on? Something super healthy. They're working on how do I make medicine, not how do I go score from my dealer and not get busted. Remember those days? That's what you think about. How am I going to get there? Now it's, how much can I give? Give me a number between 1 and 50, go. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Go, go, go. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Mushmouth. I love me some mushmouth. Mushy got it. Mushy got it. It's 44. Mushy, good job, my muster. 44. Mushy, just between you and me and now 22,000 other people, 44 is my angel number. 44, I guess you might be one of my little angels. A cherub, you're a cherub. Mushy, 44 is my angel number. It was the number on my race car. And it's every time I look at the rando clock here or a rando something there, I see a 40. It's 7:44. It's 3:44. I look at the gas. The gas, it's $3.44 a gallon. It's 44s are everywhere. Nerdy, yours is 22. Real quick, guys, tell us your angel numbers. Tell us your angel numbers. And in the meantime, Mushy, I'm gonna send you an angel. This angel has a gram of concentrate, and it also has a mushroom that looks like this. Okay? 22. I'm a 44, you guys. Free, you have 3? It's harder to find your number. So, Mushy, I have your address, son. Don't worry about sending it to me. I'll send this to you. This and a gram of concentrate. And there might be a number 44 written on the box. We'll see. Okay? Would you guys go have a wonderful day? I'll see you guys here next Tuesday. Brock will be here Monday. I'll be LC farming today. I'll be thinking about you guys all weekend. I'm probably flying out of town. I'll know for a fact in the next hour or so. And I can't be at a happier place. We've spent 2 hours here, and I feel like I've only been here for 30 minutes. All right? Go have a beautiful, beautiful day, you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of your family and friends. Be impeccable. Be impeccable. If you unblocked somebody because you're a baby, if you blocked somebody because you're a big fat baby, go unblock them right away. Clean it up. Don't take it personal. Don't assume things are about you. It could have been, who cares? Okay? And do your best. Do your best. Best is often winning a trophy, but it's also cleaning up the fact that you didn't win the trophy. What do you do when you don't win? Mr. Phillips, CCS, Pennypack, Nobody, Billy D, Satter, Brandon, Free, have a great weekend. Herbie Von Werby, Kabop, Broken Bird, Furby, D. Anderson, thank you. Anthony Thornton, Big Man, Melissa G. We didn't talk about Easter, but we stay away from religions here, but happy Easter to everybody. Happy Easter. I should have said that sooner. Happy Easter, but we'll write that on IG. Jesus Christ, Southern Green, Ghastly. No, you can't make an exception. Nope. No, that's the time you get your best lessons. Lexington, Stewart, Satter, Mr. Marmars. Happy Dirt Dudes practicing. Sunset, that's how come he can back those trucks up so well, because he practiced. Sunset, Pilar, thank you. Mike Butterball. Laura, have a divine day. JC, aren't our Shrooms? being impeccable out there. Keep on your growing, R&R. You're doing a great job. Hags! We're going to do a double. We're going to do a double, Hags. Here we go. One's for you and one's for moms. Snap! Let moms know she just got snapped, okay? Let her know. Where else was I? Where was I? Okay, there I am. She got a double snap, Hags. Cleany. Joey Portunado. Jolie, there she is. Mushy. Mushy, you wait for that. Michael Allen, Jesus Christ, free. I'm trying the hot dog thing. That was so crazy. Whiskey, Mike Barbell, Marty. Sandy, love you. City and Billy D. And Kimberly and Jesus Christ and Gasly and CCS. Easter. Big old turkey dinner. Mr. Marmars, Mr. McFeely. Take it easy out there. I love you. Convo, Twitchy. Okay. Great EMT Convo. Pilar and Whiskey and Jesus Christ. Brandon Gregory. Go get him sprayed or neutered. What are you, Bob Barker? I love that guy. Ghastly Gruesome Whiskey. I love whiskey. Deborah, you're the pearl. Hey, you're going to have a lot of stuff in your jars, Deborah. Show us pictures. Waz, Nerdy, Vegas, Happy Easter, doll. CCS Page, have a great weekend, doll. Lobster, why do I have to pause for the creepy doll? Okay, no more pause. Lobster, Jesus Christ, Kimberly, happy birthday, sweet britches. Satter Wolf, Mike Shanty, Cat Satter, caw. Jesus Christ, and Streety. I love you, Streety. Streety, enjoy your Easter weekend. Mushy and Anthony and Whiskey. You're out of control. Happy and Mike and Nippy and Kathleen and Sid. There's my Sid. Happy dirt dude. I swear I'm sending you to Australia. Get out of here, you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you guys here next week.